Batting sixth behind the plate, Danny Jansen. Hitting seventh in center field, Sam Haggerty. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Kyle Higashioka. And batting ninth, shortstop, Michael Hellman. On the mound for the Rangers, 3-4 record, 4.78 ERA is the left-hander, Mackenzie Gore. Kurt Suzuki's Angels lineup today will look like this. Leading off, the shortstop, Zach Neto. Batting second in center field, Mike Trout. Hitting third over at first base today, Vaughn Grissom. In the cleanup spot, designated hitter Jorge Soler. Batting fifth in right field, Joe Adell. Hitting sixth, second baseman Oswald Peraza. Batting seventh out in left field today, Jose Siri. Hitting eighth behind the plate, Sebastian Rivero. And batting ninth, second baseman Adam Frazier. On the mound for the Halos, 1-5 record, 5.07 ERA, left-hander Reed Detmers. As we get closer to the first pitch and all the action here today at the Big A, here's my partner, Terry Smith.
Well, thank you so very, very much, Mark Langston, as we get ready for Angels baseball. Angels have on the white tops and bottoms, red numerals and lettering, and for the visitors, the Rangers, they have the same look that they sported in the first two games of this holiday weekend series. They have the gray tops and bottoms. They have the blue numerals and lettering trimmed in white. Let's run down the umpires. John Lipka will be calling balls and strikes. In the past, he's generally had a pretty tight strike zone, more of a hitter's umpire. So let's see how his day goes, calling balls and strikes. The crew chief will be at first base. That's James Hoy. Second base umpire, Sean Barber. Third base umpire, DJ Rayburn. Dimensions here at Angel Stadium, 330 down the lines, 396 to dead center out in left center. Out around the bullpen area, it is 390, and in right center field, 375. We have bright sunshine right now, and some shadows are starting to creep in from the backstop here at the Big A. Reed Detmers is looking in. We are just about ready to go. And Detmers from the windup delivers the first pitch, and that's lifted foul on the right side. It's going to push back to the lower view level to our right, out of play. The batter is Andrew McCutcheon, and this is the first game he started in this weekend series, although he has had 3 at-bats. They've used him as a pinch hitter in each of the 2 ball games. And here's the next delivery. It's right by him, chase and a miss. Fastball at 95. The count is 0-2. 73 degrees, bright sunshine here at the Big A. The first pitch was at 4:21. Time and temperature presented by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it should be. And the next pitch, that's a little bit high. That was another fastball at 96 miles per hour. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCutcheon, 39 years old, soon to be 40. And he's taking that pitch a little bit low and outside. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Last pitch was a curveball. Angels have a little different look going in the infield than in the first 2 games of the series. There's one that's inside, and now the count goes full. A fastball missed. Vaughn Grissom's playing first. Adam Frazier's at second. Oswald Peraza is at third. And Zach Neto is the shortstop. Here's the next delivery. That ball's drilled into left field, but right where the Angels left fielder Jose Siri is playing. He maybe backpedaled a foot or 2. Makes the catch on that one. That's the first out. The ball was hit hard.
It was. It must have been just off the barrel of the bat. It sounded like he clipped it, but looking at the results, Siri didn't really have to move much at all out there in left field.
So 1 away. Justin Foscue will be the batter. He's had a pair of hits, 3 runs batted in so far in this series. Just underway, no score. Top of the first inning, presented by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Test drive a new Hyundai today. And the first pitch, a fastball. That one misses at 95. Here's Detmer's next pitch, and that's hit pretty hard into center field, and making the catch will be Mike Trout. It wasn't all that deep. It was a low liner, and Trout going to his left, a little bit over in right center, made that catch about belt high.
Yeah, he was shading a click towards left field, so had some distance to cover. Got a really good jump on that baseball. And that's the pitch.
At the first one, and fouls that one off on the left side, backing out of play.
And really, his slider just wasn't there for him. You look at that last start. The A's were 3 for 6 against his slider.
Detmers has a new baseball, and the next pitch that's in there for a called strike.
Detmers has got a good fastball today. Quite a few 96s already, and that is where he has topped out this year.
Nimmo's the only left-handed hitter in the lineup. Detmers holding lefty batters to just a .211 batting average this season. There's a pitch there that didn't miss by much. In fact, some of the Angels infielders were starting to make a move to walking off the field. They thought he might have had him looking. It's 1-2. And the 2-strike pitch. That's a wave and a miss, and he struck him out. Good slider right there, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the first is next. No score at the Big A on Angels Radio. Also available on the new and improved Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing: smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
We all do it. You have a night for yourself but don't like the sound of the silence, so you turn on the TV just for the ambience. It's a little trick that helps you feel like you've got company and aren't alone. And other insurers, well, they may make you feel alone. But when you switch to Geico, you've got claims reps available around the clock. So whenever you need, you'll have people around to help. And let's turn on the washing machine, just for good measure. Isn't that soothing?
It feels good to have support. It feels good to Geico.
First I take a sabbatical, then do absolutely nothing.
Glorious. But what, you'd win the New York lottery, then do nothing?
Well, I'd also commission a cutting-edge mobile bed, so I never stop doing nothing, even when I leave my house.
Okay, but how can you do even less?
Well, I'll spend 6 months living with a Honduran Capuchin monkey troupe to learn how to pick things up with my feet, so I never have to lift a finger again.
Oh, you'll be a hit at dinner parties. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Left-hander Mackenzie Gore has wrapped up his warm-up tosses. He'll be facing Zach Neto, who will be leading things off. Neto has had a good series, and if you go back a ways, his bat has been really good against Texas Rangers pitching. In fact, he has a 10-game hitting streak against the Rangers going back to last season. And during the stretch facing just Ranger pitchers, a .450 batting average in those last 10 games. And he's had 12 extra base hits in those ball games. The pitch, and Neto takes that one a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
And immediately forces Mackenzie Gore to throw a curveball first pitch. Neto has been jumping on everybody's first pitch fastball.
Here's the delivery, and that's a little bit outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, last night I had a little fish talk with Tim Salmon, and I can't recall throwing a first pitch breaking ball. I cannot. Fastball was my pitch.
There's one that His hit foul down the left side.
It's not really a breaking ball. You don't want to start a game off with your secondary stuff. You kind of want to get a feel for where your fastball is.
Kind of ramped up out there on the mound.
And again, you know a guy that likes the fastball, you put it in a spot where they can't do any damage.
There's the 2-1. That's on the outside part of the plate, a called strike. Rangers got Mackenzie Gore back in January before spring training began. And he struggled a year ago, certainly from a win-loss standpoint. There's a chase and a miss, and that was a good curveball right there that gets Neto. Struck him out swinging, one away.
He's got a really good curveball, and when he lands it, certainly when he gets ahead, he could get some swings and misses on that curveball.
Gore was an all-star last year with the Nationals, even though he finished the season with a 5-15 record. ERA, though, was respectable, was 4.17. Averaged well over a strikeout an inning last year. Former first-round pick of the Padres in 2017. He was the third player selected overall in that draft. Here's the next one on Trout. And after the first one missed, that one is low. It's now 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, he was part of that big trade sending Juan Soto. It was Juan Soto, right? To the Padres.
And there's a pitch that's on the outside part of the plate.
And Mackenzie Gore went to the Washington Nationals as part of that deal.
Yep. He was not there long with the Nationals. And here's his next pitch, and that's lifted in the air. It's hit pretty well by Trout, but it's hanging up, and there to make the grab on that one is Andrew McCutchen. And so Trout is retired, routine flyout. 2 are gone. Vaughn Grissom will be the next batter. Grissom has been slumping of late. He's had just 1 at bat so far in this series. He's getting his first start in the series here today. 0 for 1 in the series, but just 1 for his last 20. Average now at 223, and there's a chase and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 the count. This bottom of the first inning, no score, presented by Foundation Building Materials, the official jersey partner of Angels baseball. Here's the next pitch. And that's a pitch a little bit low. Gore likes to get positioned on the far third base corner of that pitching rubber.
Mackenzie Gore, basically a 4-pitch pitcher. He's used his cutter a little bit more this year than he has in the past.
There's one fouled off to our right out of play.
4-seam fastball, curveball, changeup, and slider. And that curveball, opponent's hitting just 182 against it.
One ball, 2 strikes. And here's the next pitch. And he worked him inside. That pitch was high. Gore in his big league career, this is game number 116, start number 113, and his overall major league record is 29-45. Here's the pitch. That's fouled up on the right side, backing out of play.
Yeah, he played on some rough teams there with the Washington Nationals.
A guy that's had some injury issues in the past. And again, we weren't really sure until last night that he was going to start this game.
Right.
He's had the left lat tightness.
Yeah, he only went 1 inning in his last start against the Colorado Rockies, and he allowed a couple of runs in that first inning. And there was a play that was down the third base line, a little dribbler, and he actually dove for it and rolled over on the ball. But it was all on the right side. It had nothing to do with the left side, and he didn't come back out for the second inning. So I don't know if that play, nobody really knows if that play kind of aggravated the lat.
He's had some elbow problems in the past. Hasn't had surgery, but he's a guy that had missed a number of starts in the past, although last year he was healthy. He made 30 starts last season. There's one that's chopped foul over on the left side, so it's a 2-2 count on Grissom.
And if you look at the start before that one against the Rockies, that was against the Arizona Diamondbacks, his best start as a Ranger. 8 innings, 3 hits, just 1 run allowed in that start.
Here's the next one, and it's popped foul right side. That's going to hit the protective netting down there. So this is a pretty good battle. The next pitch is going to be the 8th in this matchup, and Grissom has fouled off the last 3 pitches. Two outs, no score, no one on in the first. And again, a ball fouled off, chopped foul right behind the plate.
Man, these are good curveballs that he's just able to get a piece and live for another pitch. And the Angels, much like the Rangers, exactly like the Rangers, just one lefty in the lineup.
Here's another one, and that one there taken, and that was a good eye with 2 strikes there. It was a little cutter, it just missed. Counts full. Soler would be up next. Here's the 3-2, and it's bounced back to the mound. Pops off the glove of Gore, picks the ball up, fires to first, and gets the out, and the inning is over on the comebacker. Angels go down 1-2-3. The second inning is coming up with no score on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
Hey,
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing: smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
College should fit.
We get ready to go to the top of the second. It's being presented today by Hyatt Vacation Club. Enjoy a 4-day, 3-night resort getaway from 6 beautiful locations. Call 866-440-8783 to learn more. First batter up here is Jake Berger. He's a right-handed hitter. He's gone 1 for 6 in the series. He's been their big RBI man this season, and he takes that pitch a little bit outside. He's in the top 5 in the AL in runs batted in. Detmers is ready, and here's the next pitch. This is hit in the air. It's hit well into center field. Going back on that one is Mike Trout, and that ball is gone. Well, Berger mentioned a big RBI guy for them, and he just got an RBI there on that leadoff homer. 1-0 Rangers.
Now this is a changeup, and this one sits right in the middle of the plate. And in that last start that he had against the A's were 2 for 2 against his changeup. And he only threw his changeup 40% in the strike zone. That one caught plenty of the plate.
5th home run that Detmers has allowed this season in 56 innings. So here's Duran at the plate, and he goes after the first pitch and fouls that one back.
Detmers ended the top of the first with a strikeout, and that was the first strikeout by an Angels pitcher, presented by Circle K.
Oh, and 1 is the count here on Ezekiel Duran, and the next pitch swings at that one, fouls that one back. Detmers in his last start allowed a career worst 8 runs in 5 2/3 innings in a game against the A's last Tuesday. The Angels ended up dropping that game 14-6.
And 6 of those, again, came in that 3rd inning.
That's fouled back behind the plate.
All with 2 outs. Could not close out that 3rd inning.
Detmers in the past has had 2 different starts against Texas where he has struck out 12 batters, and the 12 are a career high for him in any start. Here's the next pitch, and that's off speed. That one missed outside for a ball. We'll have this date in Angels history coming up in just a moment. It's brought to you all season long by Sports Illustrated Tickets. Every game, every show, every moment. Get your tickets at sitickets.com. And the next one, that's a pitch that's chased and missed, and down on strikes goes Duran. Second strikeout for Detmers, 1 away here in the top of the second, and Danny Jansen, their catcher, will be the next batter.
Yeah, that leadoff home run here in the second by Jake Berger is the first hit of the game, and that's presented by 714 Tickets. Buy, sell, and enjoy the best seats. Download the app or visit 714tickets.com.
Here's the pitch on Jansen. He takes, and that was a first pitch curveball for a called strike. Jansen has homered in this series. That's been his only hit, 1 for 6. He's hitting just 183. And the next pitch fouls that one off. Right around home plate. 0-2 is the count. Jansen was with Tampa Bay and Milwaukee last year. Right-handed batter, 1-0 in favor of the Rangers here in the second. There's a pitch he was checking on, and on the appeal they say he was holding. So he stays alive right there.
Close.
Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the next one, and that is a called third strike, and he knew it. Fastball outside part of the plate. Back-to-back strikeouts after the leadoff homer in the inning, and with 2 outs, it brings up Sam Haggerty.
Yeah, once again, that last start, Reed Detmers had a really good fastball. His average fastball was 94, and he threw it 53% of the time. They were 2 for 15 against that, and he had 11 swings and misses on his fastball.
There's a pitch that's taken for a strike on the outside corner. First pitch slider. Haggerty is a switch hitter. He bats from the right side, just 1 for his last 13, 0 for 2 in this series. And the pitch, he fouls it off on the right side. That one over in the glove level, out of play. Shadows are starting to creep into the batter's circle right now.
Yeah, about another inning, they will encompass the home plate area.
Yep. Here's the pitch. That's lifted in the air down the right field side. Chasing after it is Adele, and he'll make the catch close to the rim of the track down that right side towards the line. The inning is over. They got the leadoff homer, though, by Berger, his 10th of the year. That's the only run so far. It's 1-0 Rangers on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
When I got a new car, I thought my insurance premium would increase and empty my bank account. Like if a tween won the lottery.
I've invested most of my winnings in chicken tenders because they're bomb. But bro, I bought a house and it's sick, bro. I'm thinking the floor is gonna be all trampoline, bro, with a helipad on the roof. The contractor said it's structurally unsound, but they're just being babies.
But switching to Geico saved me hundreds, so my bank account is safe.
It feels good to save some hard-earned cash. It feels good to Geico.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible.
Jorge Soler will be the batter. Angels down 1-0. Gore's first pitch on Soler. He takes that one a little bit low. Soler in this series against Rangers pitching 2 for 8. His season average is at .213, and he swings at this one, lines the ball, but right near the right fielder, and there to make the catch is Nimmo. Had him played just right. He just had to move a couple feet to his left towards the line. One gone on the line out. Joe Adell will be the next batter.
Yeah, really good at bat for Soler. This is a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate and stays on it and drives it to right field.
Here's Adell. He's gone 1 for 8 in the series. And here's the pitch. Swings and misses the first one for strike one. This date in Angels history, we go back to May the 24th, 2012. So 14 years ago today, Dan Herron spins a complete game shutout at Seattle while striking out 14 Mariners and issuing no walks in that ball game. Pitched a gem on this date, did Dan Herron, 14 years ago today. Counts 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's one that's fouled back. One of the things I remember about Dan Herron when he was with the Angels, he collected bobbleheads. He had an enormous bobblehead collection.
That usually doesn't make the wife very happy, though.
Yep. And here's the pitch. That's a little tapper that's fouled off.
Joe Adell has some of the better numbers for the Angels against lefties this year. .288 average, and 6 of his 7 home runs have come against lefties, and half of his RBIs have come against lefties this year.
Here's the next one on Adell, and he's taking that pitch for a ball. Yeah, Adell with success against lefties this season, especially with the home run ball and the pitch. And there's one that's chopped right to short. That's fielded there by Michael Hellman, who's playing shortstop today for them. And the And throw gets Adele.
Adele flying down the line. That was a very close play at first.
So Gore has set down the first 5 in a row. He's working with a 1-0 lead.
Angels this year 6-10 against lefties, and 7-11 in day games. And this is officially a day game today.
It is. Yep. Here's the pitch. And that's a pitch that's taken for a ball. Well, the Rangers are facing a lefty today in Detmers. They're 5-6 against lefties this year. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off. Club level to our right. It's going to get back and out of play.
And Oswald Peraza is the Angels' best hitter against lefties. .333 this year against lefties. 5 home runs, 12 RBIs.
He has a little 4-game hitting streak coming into the action. His season average now at .278.
He's had a fantastic series.
Yep. And there's one he swings and misses, and that was a good curveball. This bottom of the second inning, it's being brought to you by Coors Light. Coors Light, choose chill. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Peraza with 2 outs. Siri would be the next batter. And here's the pitch. That's a little bit inside.
This game is being nationally televised by Peacock, and I love it. They don't have the box up tonight around home plate, so it's old school. You've got to really do your homework here, whether you think it's a strike or a ball.
Here's the next delivery. This is popped up foul. Not too far from home plate, but it's going to get back to about the 3rd or 4th row out of play, back behind the Rangers on-deck circle.
And I like that. To me, it helps the umpires out. When they have the box at home plate, it is so difficult to call balls and strikes at the major league level. These guys are so good at it. And when you have the box, everybody can umpire. And you take that box away, now you really have to umpire legitimately.
Yeah. Pretty good battle going on. This will be pitch number 6 in this matchup. The 2-2 delivery, and that's hit in the air to right field. They're waiting under. Making the catch is Nimmo, and the inning is over. So the Angels are retired. 1-2-3 here by Mackenzie Gore, and we'll move to the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Texas on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
I'll adopt a cat. Just a cat, Sean? This is a New York Lottery win we're talking about.
I'd get the ultra-rare, hairless cat known as the Minskin.
Then?
I'd turn my garage into a rescue menagerie for all furless felines.
And when that gets too full?
I'll purchase land in the Catskills for them to sunbathe in hairless abandon.
Only cats?
All hair-free animals looking to roam in bald, beautiful peace.
Can I come?
Do you have hair?
New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
You gotta ask yourself, want to talk about the time you lived in the greatest city on earth, or still live in it? In the city where a matinee leads to 2 a.m. tacos. Your New York era can last a lifetime. With 20 years of NYC know-how, Street Easy can help you become a forever New Yorker. Tap the banner to buy or rent with Street Easy. Street Easy is an assumed name of Zillow, Inc., which has licenses in all 50 states.
College should fit your life, not the other way around.
Top of the third, we go 1-0 Rangers. Top of the third, presented by Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You must be 21 and over. Please drink responsibly. So the batter is Kyle Higashioka, right-handed hitter, and he takes the first pitch on the outside part of the plate for a called strike. Detmers has retired 6 of 7. The one he didn't retire, that was Berger, who led off last inning with the home run, his 10th of the year. That pitch evens up the count. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the next delivery, and that's a little high and away.
We talked about Reed Detmer's third inning in his last start. The third inning has really, truly been Reed Detmer's toughest inning of the season. An 11.7 ERA in the third inning. 15 of the 28 runs he's allowed this year have come in the third inning.
See what kind of a third inning he has today. Here's one grounded deep on that third base side. Nice stop, though, by Peraza. He has a really good arm, and he'll get Higashioka, who doesn't run that well. That's the first out.
Yeah, Peraza, he's amazing anywhere you put him in the infield. He's had a spectacular series at second base. Over at third base today, Adam Frazier playing second, and Adam Frazier does a nice job at second base.
The A's ended up winning their game in San Diego today 5-2, so they will hold on to first place in the AL West, and they are the only team in the division now over 500, and they won their 27th of the year today. They're 27-26. 1-0 pitch on Michael Hellman. That's a chase and a miss. Hellman was playing in AAA earlier this season. He's a guy that's played for the Rangers in the past. He was in 38 games for them last year. Just a few games so far since the call-up, and the pitch lifts this one in the air into center field. Trout has a bead on it, and he will make the catch about 5 or 6 feet from the rim of the track. That's the second out. Andrew McCutcheon will be the next batter. He lined out his first time up.
The shadows have arrived at home plate, so Reed Detmer's still in the direct sun. Batter's box is in the shade. And the light standards here is, you can see where the light standards are now almost all over the mound.
Yeah. Lights are on here at the Big A, and there's a pitch in there for a called strike.
Yeah, we talked about how tough it's going to be at the plate. It really gets difficult in right field as that sun keeps setting. These guys are going to have all kinds of problems.
Here's the pitch, and that's chopped foul over on the left side. So it's no balls and 2 strikes when the Angels bat in the bottom of the third. It'll be the bottom third of the batting order. Siri, Rivero, and Frazier against Gore, who set down the first 6 Angels in a row. Two-strike pitch. That one misses low. 1-2. One-two delivery, and that's a swing and a miss. Good fastball at 95. Elevated a bit, gets McCutcheon, and the inning is over. So Detmers with 4 strikeouts in 3 innings. Sets him down 1-2-3. He's made the one mistake so far, and he's had to pay for it. The Berger homer leading off the top of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Rangers on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In In baseball, great teams know one thing: smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
I'd finally have time to reread my favorite fantasy book.
Dig deeper. We're imagining winning the New York lottery here.
Okay, I'd build my own reading nook right where the sun hits.
You're getting warmer.
The French sun. I'll buy a villa in Marseille. Wait, what's the French word for sun?
I don't know, Kathy. You're the reader.
Okay, I'll hire a tutor to learn the French word for sun, then the words to negotiate real estate, then I'll buy my own French library.
And to think you just wanted to reread a book. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
When I got a new car, I thought my insurance premium would increase and empty my bank account. Like if a tween won the lottery.
I've invested most of my winnings in chicken tenders because they're bomb. But bro, I bought a house and it's sick, bro. I'm thinking the floor is gonna be all trampoline, bro, with a helipad on the roof. The contractor said it's structurally unsound, but they're just being babies.
But switching to Geico saved me hundreds, so my bank account is safe.
It feels good to save some hard-earned cash. It feels good to Geico.
First batter up for the Angels. It'll be Jose Siri. He's our player to watch, presented by Kettle One Vodka. Siri, 2 hits so far since joining the Angels and 8 times up. He was hitting .288 earlier this season at AAA Salt Lake. First pitch, chase and a miss. Oh, and 1 is the count. Here's Gore's delivery, and that's a swing and a miss. So the count goes to 0-2. Let's pause for station identification on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
AM 830 KLAA, Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
Terry Smith along with Mark Langston, our producer-engineer for Sunday afternoon baseball, is Jorge Sevilla. And here's the pitch. It's hit high in the air, back behind the plate, and it is playable, and making the catch on it is Jansen, the catcher. He moved towards the backstop and then had a jam on the brakes a little bit and almost reached behind his head to catch that one. Makes the play. It wasn't an easy play. They're tough for catchers sometimes.
Oh, they are tough. And he didn't take the helmet off at all. He wears the hockey-style face mask. Did not take that off at all.
So 1 away. Here's Rivero. And the first pitch, he takes that one for a called strike. Rivero has been struggling at the plate, and he checked on that one, foul tips that ball. So the count, it goes to 0-2 on the Angels catcher. He has just 1 hit his last 26 times up. Here's the pitch, and this is a little tapper. It's fouled off over by Frazier, who's waiting on deck. Rivero getting the start here. Logan O'Hoppe had that home plate collision a couple of days ago, and he has cleared concussion protocol. Here's the pitch, and that's a little inside. It misses for a ball, but Rivero getting a second straight start here in this series.
Angels have tomorrow off, Memorial Day off tomorrow. Which is usually, it's weird. Usually everybody plays on Memorial Day.
Here's the pitch, and it's fouled up on the right side out of play. Angels heading on the road after this ball game, opening up a series Tuesday in Detroit. Angels will be in the Motor City. And boy, it's been a disappointing season so far for
their ace on the IL.
Next pitch, And a good eye on that one. That pitch missed for a ball. Tigers playing a makeup doubleheader against the Orioles today. They lost the first game of that doubleheader, but they are leading the second game 4-1 in the top of the eighth. They dropped the opener in Baltimore 5-3.
Tarek Skubal had some loose bodies in his elbow.
And there's a pitch there on that 3-2. That one misses. It was a fastball. And Rivero will take that one. He's the Angels' first base runner. Comes with one out here in the third inning. And now Frazier, the 9-hole hitter, will be the next batter. Adam Frazier batting for the first time in this series. He has gotten into some action, but coming in defensively.
Yeah, again, Adam Frazier, the lone lefty in the lineup. And lefties have actually hit McKenzie Gore better than righties. Lefties 261, righties just 209.
Here's the pitch. That's low. Angels down 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, this is not a favorable day to be in that batter's box. Shadows now just about almost to the front edge of the mound.
Here's the next pitch. And that's on the outside part of the plate, called strike 2-1. This bottom of the third, presented by OG's Pizza.
And the hardest part is you're staring out into a very bright center field. Pitcher's going to be in shadows, you're in shadows, and you're trying to see this baseball.
Next pitch, that's outside. So 3-1, and Rivero's on at first with one out. He just walked, and Gore's got a three-ball count going here against Frazier. Here's the pitch, and that one was inside. Another walk. Back-to-back walks. 2 base runners for the Angels. Neto, the leadoff man, will be the next hitter.
Yeah, pitching in these games, there are some times where you fall behind hitters and maybe walk a pair like McKenzie Gore just did, and the catcher will run out to him. I've had this before.
That's in on him, moved him off the plate. Scrolls out of the batter's circle, now begins to move back near the box.
Yeah, that's a cutter in. Certainly, when you're going to pitch Neto, you better make sure it's off that inside part of the plate.
Next delivery, and fooled on that one was Neto. He gave him a curveball there. He missed it by a lot. 1-1 is the count. Infielders are backed up. Berger not holding the bag over there at first. He's good 20 feet or so across from the line. Neto takes another one. That one misses, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. And we're going to have a challenge.
This one looked up. Well,
Texas has 2 remaining.
Yeah, the Rangers win that challenge right there. That one goes from being called a ball to change to being a strike.
This ABS challenge is powered by T-Mobile.
Counts 1-2 now on Neto. Here's the next delivery, and he swings and misses that one. Got him on the curveball, struck him out. Out number 2, Trout will be the next batter with a pair on and 2 outs.
This is a really good curveball. This starts right above the knees. You're going after it. You're going to have some issues. By the time Neto's done with his swing, Danny Jansen's almost picking it out of the dirt.
Trout's had a good series, 3 for 7. He's had a home run. He's driven in 3 runs in this series. Here's the pitch on Mike, and he's taking, that's a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Rivero is the lead runner with 2 outs here. You're hoping a single would bring him in. And the pitch. Trout swings at that one, looks at foul on the right side. That's going to get back to the club level, out of play.
Hey, you look at Mike Trout the last 5 games, things are starting to settle in for Mike Trout, whether it's the timing mechanism for him or not, but we've seen him basically start to wear out the right side, hit the ball hard to the right side. That means he's seeing the ball really well.
1 ball, 1 strike is the count. And the next pitch, he broke his bat. That's a little flare. It's going to drop into right center field, and that will score Rivero. Trout comes through. Didn't hit that ball that hard, but he was able to just loop it out over the infield on the right side and get it to drop into shallow right. Game's tied at 1.
That broken bat RBI hit for Mike Trout is presented by Ripped Jerky.
Grissom will be the next batter.
Yeah, Bosque, the second baseman, playing up the middle, and this is a little jam shot that just, he cannot catch up to it.
First pitch on Grissom, and he was taking that one. It's a ball.
So the back-to-back walks to the bottom of the order. One has already touched home plate.
It means another run here. The pitch, that one is pitch low. Good stop by the pitcher, Danny Jansen, on that one. Angels' first hit of the game, the little bloop RBI single with 2 outs in this inning by Trout. We're ready. Here's the next pitch, and he throws that one by Grissom. Fastball there, 95.
Yeah, Grissom's first at-bat in the first inning. 10-pitch at-bat. Finally grounded out. A 3-1 ground out.
Outfield shading Grissom the opposite way. Here's the next pitch. He might have broke his bat. Hits one softly to third. It's fielded there by Duran. The throw is going to get Grissom. Close play, but he's out. And the inning is over. 5-3 ground out. Angels tie it up on the Trout RBI single. We'll head to the 4th. 1-1 the score on Angels Radio. Also available free on the Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing: smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
First, I take a sabbatical, then do absolutely nothing.
Glorious. But what? You'd win the New York lottery, then do nothing?
Well, I'd also commission a cutting-edge mobile bed, so I never stop doing nothing, even when I leave my house.
Okay, but how can you do even less?
Well, I'll spend 6 months living with a Honduran Capuchin monkey troupe to learn how to pick things up with my feet, so I never have to lift a finger again.
Oh, you'll be a hit at dinner parties. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
1-1 ball game as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Hope you're enjoying the action today and you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. Good time to spend time with the family, maybe break out the grill.
Yep.
We're getting closer to the start of summertime, aren't we?
We certainly are.
Here comes the pitch, and that is a pitch that is taken for ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, I got to watch my little 6-year-old grandson, August, have his tournament this morning. Big Memorial Day tournament. Or Memorial Weekend tournament, yep. I should say.
Yeah, we were getting glowing reports on Augie, and he's played very well this season. Here's the pitch on its way. That's on the outside corner.
Yeah, great story from this morning. He comes up with the game on the line, bases loaded, they're down by 1. He ends up striking out to end the game. And at 6 years old, didn't realize, that was it.
There's a swing and a miss there by Foscue. It's 2-2.
So if they won, they would play tomorrow morning. If they lost, they had another game this afternoon, which they lost. So he goes down, the coaches talk to him, and then he gets done. He comes flying over, and he's looking at all the parents. He goes, "We got another game today." He was excited, even though they lost. He was excited to play another one.
He shook off that final at bat there. He's ready to go for game 2.
It was cracking up.
There's a little chopper fouled off on the first base side. Those shadows are covering most of the mound now. Half of the left side of the infield under shadows, and there's a pitch that's going to get Foscue right there. That's a curveball that he chases and misses. Struck him out. So another strikeout for Detmers, and he's picking up a few in this ball game. That's his 5th. He's also retired the last 7 batters in a row, going back to that home run, the only hit he's allowed. Batter now is Nimmo, and he takes the first pitch, and that went on Nimmo, misses ball 1. It was a slider.
Talked about Brandon Nimmo. He can hit lefties. 291 against lefties this year.
Here's the delivery. That's a breaking ball right there. That slow curve ball, and that's right in there for a called strike. Counts 1-1. Lefty against lefty. Detmers with the next pitch, and that's on the outside part of the plate. That's another called strike. And that was a fastball at 95. That's where his fastball's been hitting here in the first few innings of this ball game.
Yeah, last start had a really good fastball.
The 1-2 pitch. Late on the swing, it's fouled off on the left side, and that was another fastball at 95. This top of the 4th inning, 1-1 to score, each team with 1 hit. And the top of the 4th brought to you by Kettle One Vodka, smooth tasting and made to cocktail.
Let's see if he finishes him off with a good slider down and away.
Here's the pitch. Bounce right to the first baseman. That's Grissom over there today, and he will easily beat Nimmo. Second out, unassisted play.
Yeah, really good pitch by Detmers. It was the slider, and it was on the outside part of the plate, and Nimmo just reached out and rolled over.
Berger is the batter. He led off the top of the 2nd with a home run, the only Texas run so far in this game. Right-handed batter, and here's the pitch. He swings at this one and lifts it in the air down the right side. It's going in foul territory and out of the reach of Adele, back and out of play.
Yeah, the only mistake Reed Detmers made in this game was A 1-0 changeup to Jake Berger, and it was center cut. Left it up.
Oh, and 1 on Berger. This will be Detmer's 50th pitch of the day, and that's in there for a called strike. When the Angels bat in the bottom of the fourth, it will be Soler, Adele, and Peraza in the middle third of the batting order.
And it was Walbert Urania last night. Jake Berger twice, back-to-back at-bats, bases loaded with 2 outs, and Urania got him to strike out both times. Big strikeouts.
0-2 once again, and late on the swing, fouling that one off on the right side. Backing out of play is Berger.
Yeah, the more I see Walbert Urania, the more impressed I get. Just 22 years old. And he had a lot of traffic in that game last night.
There's a pitch that is low. And, yeah, he didn't cave in.
No.
He was able to navigate through it for the most part. Pretty good at bat going on here. Next pitch will be the 5th of this at bat. Counts 1-2. And here's the pitch. And that catches the outside corner. Fastball got him looking, and that's how the inning will end. Pair of strikeouts in the inning for Detmers, and 6 already in the game. Bottom of the fourth is next. It's a 1-1 score here at the Big A on Angels Radio. Also available on the new and improved Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing: smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
I'd finally have time to reread my favorite fantasy book.
Dig deeper. We're imagining winning the New York lottery here.
Okay, I'd build my own reading nook right where the sun hits.
You're getting warmer.
The French sun. I'll buy a villa in Marseille. Wait, what's the French word for sun?
I don't know, Kathy. You're the reader.
Okay, I'll hire a tutor to learn the French word for sun, then the words to negotiate real estate, then I'll buy my own French library.
And to think you just wanted to reread a book. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Angels 1 run on 1 hit, Rangers 1 run on 1 hit. First batter for the Angels will be Jorge Soler. He lined out to Nimmo, the right fielder, his first time up. The lefty Gore is ready, and here comes the pitch. This is popped foul on the right side. The first baseman Berger is going to run out of room. Backing out of play. Bottom of the fourth, brought to you by JAE Electronics, technology to inspire innovation. Here's the pitch, and that's a pitch there a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Here's the delivery, and it's chopped just foul on the third base side.
Yeah, it's been a pretty quiet homestand for Jorge Soler. Just 6 for 34 on this homestand. He's got a home run and a couple RBIs.
And there's a pitch there that he chases and misses, and that was a changeup. It was low and away, struck him out. Yeah, Soler is a guy, if the Angels are going to have any success, he needs to produce.
Yep.
He's pretty much locked in batting cleanup, and that's a spot where you need to drive in runs. He does lead the Angels in runs batted in, but as you mentioned, quiet May for him. And the pitch, Joe Adell at the plate, and that one's in there for a strike. Adell grounded out his first time up. He's just 1 for 9 in this series, and the pitch lifts one high in the air. It's carrying deep out into right field, and on the warning track with a couple feet to spare out there is Nimmo. That one just gave out on Adell. Deep fly out to right. 2 are gone, and Peraza the next batter.
Yeah, good at bat. This is a changeup, and he lets it travel deep, tries to hit it to the right side. Just gets underneath it.
Peraza flied out to Nimmo his first time up, and he's taking that's in there. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of Angels Baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball. 1-1 here in the fourth, and the next pitch a swing and a miss. We're ready. Here's the 0-2. Peraza taking that one low.
This is the last game for the Rangers. They're on a 9-game road trip. This is game 9 for them. And they are 3-5 on this 9-game road trip.
Here's the delivery. And that is a called third strike. And that is how the inning will end. A pair of strikeouts in the inning and only 9 pitches in the inning for Gore as he sits down the Angels 1-2-3. Fifth inning is next. It's 1-1 here at the Big A on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
I'll adopt a cat.
Just a cat, Sean? This is a New York Lottery win we're talking about.
I'd get the ultra-rare, hairless cat known as the Minskin.
Then?
I'd turn my garage into a rescue menagerie for all furless felines.
And when that gets too full?
I'll purchase land in the Catskills for them to sunbathe in hairless abandon.
Only cats.
All hair-free animals looking to roam in bald, beautiful peace.
Can I come?
Do you have hair?
New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Play today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
When I scraped my car in that parking garage, I was worried that it could be a long process to take care of it. Like a landscaper's first day trimming a hedge maze.
I have definitely already been here. Now, was it left, right, or right, left? Well, maybe I'll cut a path out and find my way back later.
But it wasn't like that. I filed a claim in under 2 minutes on the Geico app, and they handled it from there. It was taken care of almost as quickly as it happened.
It feels good to get help quick. It feels good to Geico.
We get ready for inning number 5. First batter up here for the Rangers. It'll be Ezekiel Duran, then Danny Jansen and Sam Haggerty against the Angels left-hander Reed Detmers. Here's the pitch, and that's outside. It misses ball one. This top of the fifth inning. It's being presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
Yeah, so far so good for Reed Detmers. Has really bounced back nicely. His last two starts struggled.
And the next delivery, that's on the outside part of the plate. In there. 1-1 is the count.
Again, in that last start where he gave up 8 runs against the A's in 5 2/3, he did have 8 strikeouts in that game.
And he's averaging for the season better than a strikeout an inning, and already has 6 here out of the first 12 outs recorded. Detmers, who was strictly a reliever last year, averaged well over a strikeout an inning, working out of the bullpen last year. Here's the 1-2, and this is lifted in the air, very shallow center. Trout is under. He'll make the catch. Had to go a few feet to his right to gather that one in. That's the last 10 batters retired in a row by Detmers, and with one away, Danny Jansen will hit.
The first 25,000 fans in attendance on Monday, June 1st, will take home a City Connect cooler tote bag, courtesy of Yakult Probiotic Drink. Visit angels.com/promotions for details.
Here comes the pitch, and it's chopped foul over on the third base side. Nothing in one is the count. Next delivery, and taking that one is the batter Jansen. The count's 0-2.
That's the slow curveball. That one comes in at 72 miles an hour. Just floats in there.
Next delivery, and there's one he chases, a foul tip. It's held by Rivero, and that'll be a strikeout. Second time Jansen has gone down. That's 7 strikeouts now for Detmers. And Haggerty will be the next batter.
Yeah, great 0-2 pitch. Buries this curveball. No chance. Put that one in play. Jansen goes after it.
Haggerty flied out to right his first time up. He's taking a little time to get set in the batter's box. A couple of quick outs here in this inning. Detmers having a nice bounce back start after getting roughed up in his last start, and he takes that pitch to Haggerty outside for ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
He's only thrown 1 changeup today, and that is the one Jake Berger hit. And he said, forget it.
Yeah. And the only hit for the Rangers today. The Angels have only 1 hit, and each team with just 1 run. 1-1 is the count on Haggerty. Haggerty off to a slow start at the plate, a reserve player for them, hitting 154, and he swings and misses that one. It's now a 1-2 count.
All those years Sam Haggerty played for the Seattle Mariners, was always a guy that hit against lefties. Platoon player.
Here's the next pitch. He tries to hold up on that one. He went around, struck him out, and 2 strikeouts in the inning for Detmers, who's now retired the last 12 Rangers in a row. Very quiet inning for Texas. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Angels will have Siri, Rivero, and Frazier stepping up in a 1-1 game on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's BYRNA. Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
To the bottom of the fifth inning, pitchers duel going on here at the Big A. Just 2 hits so far in this game between the two teams.
Predictable. These are difficult hitting conditions when you have the shadows in play like they are.
We're seeing a lot of swings and misses right now on both sides. And the first pitch here on Jose Siri takes that one for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Detmers, the Angels starter, has struck out 8, and Gore has struck out 4 so far. Here's the pitch. That's on the outside part of the plate. That's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Next pitch. That's on the outside part of the plate. Siri popped out to the catcher Jansen his first time up. He's off to a 2-for-9 start since joining the Angels. Here's the next delivery, and he waves and misses that one. He struck him out, fooled him on a curveball. So that's the last 5 in a row that Gore has struck out. He had a stretch earlier in the game, retiring 7. In fact, they were the first 7 batters to bat in the game for the Angels. Here's Rivero stepping up. He walked and has scored the only Angel run. Pitch on him, takes it for ball 1.
Hey, look at Reed Detmers gave up the home run on a changeup. The only one he's thrown today, Mackenzie Gore. He gives up the run in the third inning. Back-to-back walks of the 8 and 9 hitter.
There's a pitch that's inside.
And it was Rivero who walked with 1 out in the 3rd, followed by a walk to Adam Frazier. And it was Mike Trout's little broken bat hit. Tied the game up in the 3rd.
There's a big swing and a miss by Rivero.
You could just see these swings. These hitters cannot pick up the baseball.
Yeah, they're missing pitches by a mile.
Yeah.
Two and 1 is the count. The lefty Gore's next pitch, and that's a foul tip. Ends up back to the backstop. Pitching Angels off tomorrow on Memorial Day, then start a 3-game series in Detroit beginning on Tuesday night. That'll be Jack Kohanowitz against Cater Montero. Here's the delivery. Little bloop out behind second, and on the outfield grass, jumping up and taking that one out of midair is Foscue. We've seen him cover a lot of ground this weekend. He's a very active second baseman. He makes a lot of catches on the outfield grass.
Yeah, this one, he gets a really good jump on this baseball. It's a jam shot, but it looks like it has enough to get to the outfield, and he closed the gap so quickly.
Yeah, you would have thought that would have been the shortstop's play more than the second baseman. He's on the left side of the shallow left field area there. First pitch in there on Adam Frazier, and now he takes, that's a little bit low. 2 outs in the inning. When do you think we're going to get to the point where it's going to be a little easier for these hitters to see pitches?
It's going to be a minute. I'm talking 3 innings at least.
So a little bit more than a minute.
Yep.
I know what you were saying, but you were being facetious there.
Yes, I was.
2-1 the count.
Yeah, because again, they're looking out into brightness where the batter's eye is, and everything else is in shade.
Yeah.
You just can't pick up spin. Seeing some just bizarre swings. And both guys have good breaking balls here today.
Yep. Just 2 hits so far in this game. And there's a pitch on the outside corner. It's a called strike. Frazier thought he had a walk. He was ready to drop the bat and head to first base, but now it's a full count. Neto would be up next with 2 outs. Here's the 3-2, and that's fouled off over where Neto was waiting on deck. He had to go down to the seat of his pants to dodge that foul ball.
Yeah, he said, I'm out of here. He said it to the Angels dugout. He's not going to stand there.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and this is lifted in the air. It's hit pretty well out into right center field. Chasing hard after that ball is the center fielder, and that one is going to be caught out there by Haggerty. And he made contact with the wall out there and was able to hold on. He had to brace himself. The inning is over. That ball was hit well and out to the back part of that warning track. Angels go down 1-2-3. The 6th inning is next in a 1-1 game on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Get your group.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When I scraped my car in that parking garage, I was worried that it could be a long process to take care of it. Like a landscaper's first day trimming a hedge maze.
I have definitely already been here. Now, was it left, right, or right, left? Well, maybe I'll cut a path out and find my way back later.
But it wasn't like that. I filed a claim in under 2 minutes on the Geico app, and they handled it from there. It was taken care of almost as quickly as it happened.
It feels good to get help quick. It feels good to Geico.
6th, we go in a 1-1 ball game. Reed Detmers has thrown 64 pitches so far as he gets ready to work here in the top of the 6th. He's retired the last 12 in a row. He'll face the 8, 9, and leadoff batters here for the Rangers in the 6th. The pitch, that's outside, ball 1. Missed with that first pitch slider. There is a bit of a breeze blowing right to left. It'll help some of the hitters who might pull the ball down the left field side. A lot of right-handed hitters in this ball game with a couple lefties squaring off. There's a swing and a miss by Higashioka. He chased a slider. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
It'll help the hitters that can see the baseball.
Yes.
Make contact. That was a really nice play by Sam Haggerty to end that bottom of the 5th.
And there's a swing and a miss.
It was a changeup and a good one.
Detmers in this ball game has not walked a single batter. He stayed ahead of the count. Here's the next pitch, and that is a wave and a miss, and Higashioka strikes out. You see a lot of frustrated hitters going back to their dugouts now.
Yeah, 9th strikeout in the game for Reed Detmers.
$13 in a row set down by Detmers. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Hellman. And he got called up from AAA this year. He was hitting only 198 in the minors. But the Rangers running into some injuries to infielders, and that's why he's here right now. They're hoping to get Corey Seager back shortly. And there's a pitch there that's chased and missed.
Reed Detmer's career high is 12 strikeouts. I think I like his chances of getting to that number.
Josh Young, their third baseman, who's having a nice season. He left the ball game yesterday in the 3rd inning with some shoulder soreness and not in the lineup today. There's a 2-strike pitch that's missed. It bounced in, stopping it and completing the strikeout with the throw to first base is Rivero. So the last 4 batters have all struck out. And 2 are gone here in this top of the 6th inning, and McCutchen will be the next batter. So 10 strikeouts now for Reed Detmers. This top of the 6th, 1-1 the score. It's being presented by Coca-Cola.
And that is a season high for Reed Detmers.
Here's the first pitch on McCutchen, and he's taking that one for ball 1. Andrew McCutchen was really hoping that he would be back with the Pirates this year, and he was pretty much an everyday player last season at age 38. Here's a fly ball that's hit into shallow right center. Making the catch on it is Trout, and it's another quick, clean inning for Detmers, who has set down the last 15 Rangers in a row. That was just a 9-pitch inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 1 on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing: smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger, to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When I got a new car, I thought my insurance premium would increase and empty my bank account. Like if Between won the lottery.
I've invested most of my winnings in chicken tenders because they're bomb. But bro, I bought a house and it's sick, bro. I'm thinking the floor is gonna be all trampoline, bro, with the helipad on the roof. The contractor said it's structurally unsound, but they're just being babies.
But switching to Geico saved me hundreds, so my bank account is safe.
It feels good to save some hard-earned cash. It feels good to Geico.
First batter for the Angels will be Zach Neto. Neto has not figured out Mackenzie Gore today. He has been up twice with 2 strikeouts. Gore has retired the last 7 in a row. Detmers, the Angels starter, has retired the last 15 in a row. And it's tough for hitters right now to see that baseball. Here's the pitch. That's a little bit high and away for ball 1. This bottom of the 6th inning, 1-1 the score. It's being brought to you by United Airlines. Here's the delivery on the outside corner. 1-1 on Neto. This could be a game, and again, the Rangers' only run was on a home run, but you could see something sneak out, and it would be really big as we're getting deeper into this game.
Yeah, the Shadows are going to be here for at least 2 more innings. You're looking at the 8th inning before these guys will be able to see the ball.
Boy, there was a bunt try there by Neto, and he fouled it off on the first base side.
That tells you everything right there. Can't see it. Let's just try to bunt it. Ooh, this almost got his fingers on his right hand that he slid it up the bat to bunt.
Yeah, that was a fairly high pitch. It was right around the letters that spell Angels in front of the Angels home jerseys. Neto was kind of jumping as he was trying to bunt that last pitch, and here he swings at the 2-strike pitch, and he is a strikeout victim once again. 1 away. Trout will be the batter. Mike Trout has the only Angel hit, and that drove in Rivero with 2 outs back in the bottom of the 3rd to tie the game up at where we're at right now. 1-1.
Yeah, Mike Trout's starting to come to life here on this homestand. And on this homestand, average not great, but it's been improving the last 5 games. Couple home runs, 4 RBIs, and that's the Trout Tracker presented by State Farm.
Trout's hitting .242 right now. And he takes that one outside.
I'm with you. If you can run into one right now, it's going to be a really big run.
Here's the next pitch, and Trout went chasing a curveball right there. He missed that one by a lot. He asks for time, steps out of the batter's circle.
That last pitch, number 93 of the day for Mackenzie Gore, and the Rangers now get some action going in their bullpen.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Trout. Next delivery, he takes that one a little bit up and in.
Gore's season high is 106.
Two pitch on Trout. Fouls that one off on the right side, backing out of play.
The first 25,000 fans on Monday, June 8th, will take home a Yusei Kikuchi bobblehead courtesy of JAE. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Should be getting the official attendance shortly. Looks like we have over 30,000 here today. And there's a swing and a miss by Trout at a curveball. And the strikeouts are certainly mounting for both clubs right now.
The stories are legendary of Nolan Ryan having some 5 o'clock starts and a whole lot of strikeouts.
Yep.
It is. It's difficult. These guys just cannot see the baseball.
7 strikeouts now for Gore.
I've always told everybody, you want to know what it's like? Open your garage and you sit at the back of the garage, have somebody out in the direct sun throwing the ball to you, how you can see it, and then it just disappears.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch. That's fouled up on the right side by Grissom, and now he's quickly down 0-2. He's grounded out a couple of times. Oh-2 delivery. That's bounced off the pitcher's glove, and it's stopped behind second there by Foscue, and he will get Grissom, and the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 inning. 10 straight Angels have been retired here by Mackenzie Gore. We'll head to the 7th inning in a 1-1 game on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
I wake up.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
We've all been there. You pop into the shop for 5 minutes and all of a sudden you've forgotten where you parked.
Car.
Unfortunately, that lost feeling is what it's like trying to manage your policy with other insurers.
Here, car. Come out, wherever you are. Please.
With Geico, you can use the app to easily manage all your policies in one place.
Did this parking lot have a waterfall?
I think you've wandered too far, mate.
It feels good to find what you're looking for. It feels good to Geico.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
To the 7th inning in a 1-1 ball game. Reed Detmers has thrown 73 pitches so far today. He's also struck out 4 of the last 5 batters, and he has retired the last 15 batters in a row. Foscue is the first batter up. He's the Texas second baseman. He's lined out and struck out. First pitch right in there for a called strike.
That fastball there at 92 from Detmers.
Infield is back. The outfield playing Foscue around to pull. And he's taking that pitch, and that one missed for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the delivery, and that's a chase and a miss. Gave him a slider. Angels trying to have their first series sweep of this season. The last one, got to go back to August of last year when the Angels swept the Dodgers in a 3-game series. Here's the pitch, and that is a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Foscue. A slider got him. One away. Strikeout number 11 in the ballgame for Detmers.
And that slider has been buzzing here today. That's his 10th swing and miss on the slider and his 7th strikeout on a slider.
Here's the next batter, and this is Nimmo, and that's a swing and a miss. Have to come up with the total number of swings and misses he's had today.
Yeah, 17.
There you go.
18. He just had one right there.
Right there against Nimmo, first pitch. Here's the delivery, and there's another one, a chase and a miss, and he's down quickly. No balls and 2 strikes.
And you could see the frustration in these hitters. They just are like, I don't know what to do.
Angels are looking for their first series sweep against Texas since September of the 2022 season. And there's one there. Wow, the batter there, Nimmo, it almost looked like he was going to head to his dugout. He thought he was out, but on the check swing, the appeal, the umpire at third said he was holding.
Should have been out.
Yeah. Here's the next one, and he got him right there, and no argument at all by Nimmo. He knew he had somehow gotten an extra pitch in that at bat.
That ties a career high for Reed Detmers' 12th strikeout in the game.
2 up, 2 down, both strikeouts. He struck out 6 of the last 7 batters now. And here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss by Berger. He has their only hit, and it was a home run leading off the 2nd inning. 1-1 game here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs, no one on when the Angels bat in the bottom of the inning. Soler, Adele, and Peraza against Gore, who's retired the last 10 in a row. Next pitch, and this one is lifted high in the air. It's hanging up, though, out there in left center, and it's going to be Trout who makes the call and catch with Siri not too far from him. The left fielder, the inning is over. Berger gave it a pretty good ride, but routine play. And another 1-2-3 inning. Quick inning, just a 10-pitch inning for Reed Detmers. Bottom of the 7th is next. 7th inning stretch time. 1-1 the score on Angels Radio. Also available on the Angels Radio app.
In baseball, great teams know one thing. Smart defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting yourself. That's why more Americans are starting with Byrna Less Lethal. Byrna Less Lethal personal protection products are designed to stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes, giving you time to get to safety and call for help. Byrna is proudly American and hand-assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Play smarter defense. Visit Byrna.com today. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
We've all been there. You pop into the shop for 5 minutes and all of a sudden you've forgotten where you parked.
Car.
Unfortunately, that lost feeling is what it's like trying to manage your policy with other insurers.
Here, car. Come out, wherever you are. Please.
With Geico, you can use the app to easily manage all your policies in one place.
Did this parking lot have a waterfall?
I think you've wandered too far, mate.
It feels good to find what you're